there is this noise, this negative energy that tends to show up right before we're about to break through, right before we are about to know that true version of ourselves. We are getting closer to the truth. We are building that spiritual connection. And this noise is the same noise that tries to pull you back into a distraction when you are trying to step away from it. It's the same noise that tries to pull you back into a toxic environment or relationship when you are trying to step out of it. It's the same noise that pulls you back into a substance when you are away from it, when you are sober from it. And it's even the same noise that keeps you from asking out your crush. It's the same noise that, makes you contemplate your decisions when you already know that you want to follow through with the thing you're thinking about. Now, this noise tends to get louder the further away from distraction and the further away from substances and the further away from toxic environments you get. And it's getting louder because now it's all you can hear. Because before, the distraction or the substances or the people were covering up this noise and you didn't notice it as much. But it always shows up right as you're leaving one of these things. I'll give you an example. If you're someone that is trying to detox from alcohol, after a couple of months, you may start getting this feeling or this urge that's like, what? Am I going to be that guy that drinks a water at the barbecue? Am I going to be that guy that goes to the wedding and I can't even have a beer? It's like there's this thing, this internal noise that shows up and says, I already know that you don't want to do this and you're trying to move ahead. I want to pull you back. I want to see if I can get you over here because this is my final attempt. I can see that you're breaking through to the other side and you're becoming more the person that you were always meant to be. I'm going to try to pull you back to that version that you aren't because I don't want you to get closer to the divine. I don't want you to figure out who you really are. And that's why I say this could be almost like the devil. Not so much with the red skin and the horns, but this negative energy trying to just pull you back. You left a toxic environment and now you're getting these feelings like, oh my God, I'm a terrible person. Why would I leave this environment and now they're just there all alone? It's that noise that wants you to go back to your dark side, the shadow version of you, the version of you that isn't your true self, that version of you that you can't become who you were meant to be when you're in that distraction, when you're in that environment. It wants you there. And if you don't let it pull you back, I'm telling you, you are going to become who you really are. You're going to find that connection with that spiritual self that you've been looking for. I'm telling you, whenever that voice says, hey, one more drink or something, if you beat that voice and you say, not today, I'm not doing it. When that voice says, go and hang out with those people because you feel bad or whatever, don't do it. Just don't do it. That's the darkness talking. That's the sick part of you trying to pull you back into the sickness. Step free from the sickness. Heal, be cured. And one final point that I wanted to make is Whenever you are in that meditation and you are in that silence, the only thing that is getting in the way of that silence and internal bliss is that noise. It's that voice, that those thoughts arising that you aren't even asking to show up. You aren't asking to be scared to ask out your crush. You're not asking to think about a relapse with a drug or substance. You're not asking to go back to something that you know is negative. There are thoughts arising, trying to pull you back. And that's why I think there's an importance to practicing the art of pulling yourself from those thoughts back to the present moment or back to nothing. And another thing that I find very important is creating your own thoughts so that those thoughts don't become your reality, because sometimes those thoughts will pull you back. And the closer you get to that internal peace, I think the closer you get to God. A lot of you said this in the comments on that Everything's a Distraction video, and I couldn't agree more. I think that there is a higher power, and maybe to find that true connection, you need to block out that negative force and you need to be able to channel in. And on top of it, you need to be mindful. That's why when people pray, they are coming up with their own thoughts. Thoughts aren't arising for them when they pray, they're thinking their thoughts. That's a practice that we all need to keep in mind. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe if this resonated with you. And thanks for watching the Alone Wolf channel. Thank you.